Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of the day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Bryan B. My clean date is November 19th, 1984. You're listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle of the day passage for August 2nd. With independence comes responsibility. Learning to make decisions for ourselves also means accepting responsibility for those decisions. Just for today, Living Clean, Chapter 6, Finding Our Place in the World. We aren't alone and we can't recover alone, but our commitment to mutual support doesn't negate our independence or the responsibility that attaining it and sustaining it demands. Even with all the apt suggestions we provide each other, our decisions about how we live are our own. And learning to live with these choices is its own beast. Some members define responsibility as the willingness to accept the consequences of our actions. Even clean, we have to keep learning the lesson that our choices aren't made in a vacuum. They affect those around us. When we find ourselves thinking once again, I'm only hurting myself, it's time for a closer look. We may want to exercise freedom of choice with more awareness and care. And other members say, careful what you pray for. You just might get it. Often when we do get what we want, it's a whole other world of responsibility that is ours to manage. A romantic partnership, getting our kids back, a career, property, a new puppy. All of these are gifts we must care for in order to sustain. We keep what we have only with vigilance and also with commitment, discipline, patience, acceptance, passion, and a lot of love. Another aspect of taking responsibility for our independence is when, inevitably, we are faced with other people's opinion about a new direction we choose. At times, that "I told you so" reaction we get makes us defensively dig ourselves further into a bad choice, or someone else's response spurs us to run from a good one. Blaming others gets us nowhere. Practicing independence requires an honest assessment of our choices in the face of others' reactions. We've also heard members say, the more I make new mistakes rather than repeating old ones, the more I know I'm making headway in my life. Spiritual principle. I'm doing the best I can at living fully and owning my independence. I can live with my choices, and if not, I can make different ones.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.